All right, let's jump straight into it. So today we're going to be going over 3 things that you as a business owner need before you even start creating any content. I'm talking about your ICP, you need a 4-tier offer, and a mini chat funnel. This is crucial to any business owner that's getting started with content. Okay, so we're here in ChatGPT. I created a custom GPT, what I like to call my client buyer agent. All right, so let's begin. And here's the first question. Who are you trying to help most right now? What do they do for your work or your business? Be as specific as you can. So now we're going to put some general information. I'm going to talk a little bit more about my business. I help small business owners and creators make money off of selling digital products and services. Cool. So now that's going to be the first thing. It's probably going to tell me it's too vague, right? Good start. Let's sharpen it. How does this person usually make their money right now? This person usually makes their money from client services or a mix. I'm going to actually say a mix of both because this can be both. Which one makes up most of their income right now? Client services. Cool. What is the main problem holding them back right now when it comes down to making money? They don't know what to sell or they don't have a great offer. What is this problem costing them? Wasted time that they can be spending with their family or scaling their business. Cool. If this problem was fully solved, we're almost done, guys. If this problem was fully solved, what would success look like for them in 12 months from now? Let's go with one of the examples that they already provided for us, right? Predictable monthly income from their clear offer. That's good. Now, here's the thing. With this entire thing, you want to be extremely detailed about what it is that you do. If you need to even get more specific on trying to even ask yourself these questions, you can go over and ask yourself, who is it that you're targeting? Because if you don't know, before you even take this test, it doesn't solidify anything. But you can always come back and use this resource. And I'm going to link this down in the description below. So the next question is, what have they already tried? And it still doesn't work well enough. So they have tried a few low ticket offers, but it wasn't in high demand for their market or for their audience. I'm just going to say for their audience. So it didn't really work too well for them, right? What recently made them realize they needed help now? Okay. Life pressure. It's always usually that, right? It's always life gets hard. You're starting to waste a lot of time. You're spending money on countless things as far as equipment, all these other different miscellaneous things, right? So when that becomes an issue, now you have to really find a solution to that problem. The last question here we have, are they the one who decides to spend money on that solution? Yes, they're the decision maker. And realistically, how much would they invest to fix this problem? I'm just going to give a rough estimate of like 2 to 5K. Right? I'm going to say 2 to 5K. Oh, yes, and 2 to 5K. So now, once this is done, we're going to get a copy and an outline of what that ICP actually looks like. So guys, this is the first step. Once you have this, then we go on to the next step. Cool. So you help small business owners and creators who primarily earn income through client services, but want to transition into selling digital products or scalable services. They're experienced enough to know their skills are valuable, but they feel stuck because they don't know what to sell or how to package a strong, high-demand offer. This lack of clarity is costing them time, energy, family moments, while keeping their income unpredictable. They are motivated by real-life pressure, bills, family responsibilities, and limited time, and are ready to invest 2 to 5K to build a clear offer that produces predictable monthly income. Now here are the top pain points. Now this is key. At the end of the day, before you start selling anything to market, you want to make sure that whoever it is that you're speaking to or you're targeting, they actually have clear pain. They have a problem that they're trying to solve. And it is your job to figure out what those pain points are, and you create that solution around that. All right. So here are the top 3 pain points. Wasted time creating low ticket offers that don't sell. Unclear positioning and offer confusion. Unpredictable income causing stress and pressure at home. And then we got 3 desired outcomes. So they want predictable monthly income from one clear proven offer. They want confidence in what they sell and who it's for, more time and freedom and focus on family and scaling their business. And here are the buying triggers: bills and financial pressure increasing, burnout from relying only on client services, realizing their audience isn't buying current low ticket offers. Okay. So, all right. So at the end here, you're going to get the option to download this as a PDF. Even though I've already done this step, I'm just going to go through it with you guys. And also, if you guys need any further assistance with anything like this, here's a link for you to book a call with me. And then I also have a private school community that you can join as well. Towards the end here, we have our PDF that we can download. Here it is. Download your PDF. Your one-page PDF, ICP PDF is ready. All right, perfect. This is what you're going to get towards the end of it. Now you can go ahead and copy this, add this to a Google Doc, or you can just download it directly right here, right? Cool. So like I said, I'm going to skip this step, and then we're going to go on to the next thing, which is going to be my offer expert, which I like to call my $100 million proposition expert. So same thing. We start off by clicking this button here. Now, first thing we're going to do is exactly what we finished not too long ago, which is our ICP, guys. Let's look for this document. Give me a second. Let me find it, and I'm going to come right back. Okay. So we're just going to use this example right here. Right. So this is online coaches selling courses. We're going to upload that, and then we get a list of questions here. Which of these describe your buyer's deepest pain right now? Is it a trust gap? Their audience listens but doesn't buy? Is there offer confusion? They're unsure how to package or price their course. Is it marketing burnout? They're tired of launching, posting, or chasing engagement that doesn't convert. Is it income anxiety? They fear they'll never make a stable living online. So I think for most of us, it's usually trust or an offer. They're not really clear on exactly like what you offer, right? So I'm going to say offer confusion. All right. Now we come down to question number 3. There's only 5 questions, guys. So we make this short, simple, and easy. Which of these outcomes best captures what your buyer truly wants and not just what they say they want? Okay. To be seen as the go-to expert people believe and buy from, do they want predictable income, consistent course sales that replace unstable client work? Is it a resistible offer, a course that feels like an easy yes to their audience, or a simplified strategy, a focused system that eliminates the guesswork and overwhelm? This is a good one, but I'm actually going to go with a resistible offer since we're still sticking in that zone, because I feel like that's one of the biggest issues with selling digital products. When you're creating something that people don't necessarily want, that is going to always cause some kind of confusion, and you're going to be trying to figure out exactly why is it not selling. And question number 4, here's a 4-tier offer system, fully aligned with your ICP, online coaches selling courses without trust. Cool. So the first one is a lead magnet. And this is something that I tell everybody to create. Lead magnets are simply just free value. And that's what you really want to give to your audience, right? When you're just giving away free value, you're building trust along the way. This is the best way to build trust. Create lead magnets, guys. All right, back to it. So tier 1, we have the offer clarity checklist. It's a freebie. It helps online coaches identify exactly why their course isn't selling and what's missing from their offer. And who does it fit? Coaches with an audience, but no consistent course sales who need quick clarity on their offer weak points. That's actually really useful. Okay, so now we have our first low ticket, the 7-day offer rebuild workshop. This is a $49 offer, a guided sprint to rebuild and refine a current course offer into a clear, compelling, trustworthy proposition. And who is this for? Coaches who already have a course but feel their offer doesn't excite or convert buyers. And tier number 3, we have the irresistible offer system, a complete step-by-step program to design, test, and launch an offer that creates immediate buyer confidence and sales momentum. So another example of a really good lead magnet that you can also still generate sales from, especially this is after you've developed some kind of trust with your audience, which would be a webinar. And then we have our high ticket. This is a $5,000 offer. It is a personalized consulting and implementation to build, position, and launch an irresistible offer that scales to consistent 5 to 10K month income. So these are serious creators, right? This is for people who already have a nice audience and they're trying to actually scale up with digital products. The next thing we're going to go into is going to be ManyChat, showing how a simple funnel can actually capture these leads to where you can consistently push these offers based on their needs and what they are. So let's hop into ManyChat. So I'm going to go over one of my most recent ManyChat funnels that I did for a lead magnet. So the lead magnet for this actually breaks down where social media is today, the kind of content that you should be creating as a creator of today, and so on and so forth. All right, so we're going to hop in. So it starts off with a trigger. Right here, as you can see for my stories, if a user replies with this keyword, wish, then they will actually get a response. Now, based off of a few different principles. So I have a gateway here, which is a condition. Only if this person follows me, we go to the next step. And if they don't follow me, they get this message. Hey, how's it going? I see that you're not following my account. Click the button below once you follow me to get your free guide. Then it goes into this next condition. And if they don't follow me, then we do nothing, right? So after they get this follow-up, if they follow me, then they receive the next message to move forward in the next step. So I have this exact same trigger for when they comment under a post or a reel, and they also send me a DM message. So here we have the same thing. So this is when they comment under this particular post, how to win on social media in 2026. It's a carousel slide that goes over a few principles on what I personally believe are the best strategies that everyone should be using in 2026. And then lastly, like I said, we have a DM message. Once they respond with this keyword wish, then we move on into the sequence. So what does this first sequence says? So I personalize it because this is how I speak. What's poppin'? I really hope you win this year and this gives you everything you need. Click the link below to get started. As soon as they click this button here, it goes into another condition. This condition is if their first name already has value. And what that simply means is, have we collected their first name before? And if we have, then we move on to the next step. And if we haven't, then we collect this data. So it follows up with the question, what is your name? The importance of collecting data with these funnels, it allows you to be able to follow up. You can add them to your newsletter, or you can just add them into your next campaign, whatever that may be. After that, we come into another condition. Does the first name have value? If it has value, then we move on to the next step, which is going to be, what is your email so I can send you more free value? Like I said, guys, these are the two things that you want to collect. Even if you do not bother collecting the first name, you want to at least collect the email. So that way you can follow up at a later time. Here you'll notice I have these actions. These are specifically to tag the actions that have happened. So prime example here. If this person replies, we capture their name. So they get added as a tag. It also gets added into a Google Sheet row. That way I can track exactly who this person is and how many times they requested a particular lead magnet from me. It also allows me to check buyers' intent. Are they a serious buyer or are they just browsing? So now we move on into this next sequence. Like I said, if they have not responded, we do nothing. And the reason why we do nothing is because we don't want to be pesky and just spam. Because this is a very simple sequence. If you do not respond with your first name or email, you're not serious. So why bother wasting your time? And once we've collected that email, just like I said for the name, email captured, it gets inserted into that Google Sheet row. Cool? So now we move on to this next step, which is, does the email have value? So I'm going to zoom out for 2 seconds just to show you exactly how the sequence works. So if we have captured the first name before, we skip this entire step and then we move right here to this final condition. Does the first name and the email have value? Once those two things have value, they receive the lead magnet. And if this person has already been here before, they automatically receive the lead magnet. They don't have to go through this pesky sequence. And then finally, we qualify. We add a tag to notify that this lead magnet has been sent to this particular person. And then I also add another tag to specify which lead magnet it was. And as well, is this person a friend or are they just completely unknown? And then we have our final condition. Does the follower count on Instagram, is it greater than 10,000? And is the Instagram username unknown? So if this is someone who actually has an account following over 10,000, usually they're a little bit more serious. The reason being for this particular qualifier is they already have an audience. Like I said, they're more serious, and they're probably more interested in implementing what it is that I have to do. And they're also probably more qualified to spend some money. So once this person is qualified and they have 10,000 or more followers, it goes into the next step, which is a smart delay. We wait for 4 hours here, and then we send another message. So this message starts off by asking, what are you trying to achieve? A, I want to make more sales for my business and generate more qualified leads. B, I want to build my account following and engagement. Or C, I want to sell digital products online, but don't know where to start. Now they select either of these options, and now we tag them. Depending on which bucket that it goes into, we figure out exactly if this person is qualified to follow up or not. So bucket number 1 wants more qualified leads. Bucket number 2 wants to build a brand and engagement. Bucket number 3 wants to sell digital products. Now we move on, we follow up. Based off of whatever it is that they're interested in, we follow up. Now we wait 23 more hours, and then we send an automated booking call for them to schedule a call. And if they're serious, we go to the next phase. Now we have a book call. And this is exactly why every business owner should have a system like this, because it does everything for you. So every business owner needs to have something like this in their strategy today if they want to be successful and win. This is strictly organic, by the way. You can also even integrate this with your paid ads. It doesn't make sense losing out on missed opportunities just because you weren't able to collect any of the incoming traffic that's coming onto your page with your content. Imagine you have a post that actually does really well right now, goes extremely viral, but you have no way to capture those leads. You're missing out on the opportunity, and that can be extremely beneficial to your business. So if this is something that you feel like may be a huge benefit to your business, feel free to reach out to me. You can message me on Instagram, you can book a call with me, or you can just keep watching for more free value. But in the meantime, I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.